of superheroes. But underneath the blood, shock value, and dark humor, it's quietly exposing how power really works and why the people we idolize should scare us the most. A show where the main antagonist is a power-hungry superhero who is modeled after a world leader. The Boys takes place in a world where celebrities are on...
and DR mixed together. And I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I haven't seen this movie, but you know the world stage tell on themselves with these movies. They just let out a movie called Greenland. Then they invading Greenland. Like,
touchable. Power is protected, and the people meant to save us are the most dangerous ones alive. And the scary part is, it's not as fictional as we think. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos exposing the truth weekly. In today's episode, we will be talking about the TV show The Boys. Let's get right into it. The Boys has become one of the most popular TV shows in the last few years. A show that tackles the idea of superheroes who are as popular as celebrities, as influential as politicians, and as revered as gods. But instead of saving people like traditional heroes, they abuse their massive power rather than use them for good. Known for its satirical dark comedy storytelling and over-the-top scenes, The Boys has become massively popular, leading to 4 seasons with a 5th one on the way. While at first glance, the show comes off as simply a hardcore parody making fun of superheroes. But when you look deeper past all the men in tights and edgy jokes, you quickly start to notice that this dark edgy comedy is actually full of deep social and political commentary. As ridiculous as the show is at times, it is actually hiding the truth in plain sight. In today's episode, I will be revealing the deeper side of The Boys. Chances are, after seeing this,
everybody that be out there protesting watches Netflix and Amazon Prime. Nobody that, like, ain't no truth seekers going, well, let me take that back. Because we in a time to where, that's why when I was saying woke YN, it's like, don't say that, bro, don't say woke, because it's tied to some other shit, right? But I never paid attention to that, what they call liberal bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you call yourself liberal, like, people be hiding behind shit. Now, do a lot of demons hide behind more of that, like, that lefty shit? Yeah, but on some real shit though, bro, like, these folks is programmed and they're being used. Like, I knew this growing up in California. If you grew up in California or the Bay Area, especially if you grew up in the Bay Area or New York, I mean, especially, we've been seeing blue hair, they, them, die. We've been seeing that shit. Like, we just let them rock, you feel me? Like, but then got to the point where they didn't got some energy. Like, that's why I be like, you can't talk about them on social media. Well, YouTube, you can't talk about them directly, like a directed video. You can't be like, oh yeah, have you noticed they've been putting, like, I had to sneak that shit in on a video. I said Netflix saw what they saw on a TikTok video, but I couldn't title the video like, why is Netflix introducing a gay scene in every movie? This is why niggas just watch fucking old movies or anime or some shit. You feel me? Like, cause the cartoons, the movies, it's always some fruity shit. Like, I guarantee you in this show they doing some zesty shit. I guarantee you.
You will stop watching the show as a superhero show and start watching it as a commentary on our society. Now, before we get into the deeper side of the show, let me give you guys a quick synopsis for those who are unfamiliar with the show. I want to warn you guys, there will be spoilers ahead. The show follows the story of the Boys, a group hell-bent on destroying superheroes, specifically the superhero group The Seven and the company behind them called Vault. The reason they want to destroy all superheroes is that all the members of the Boys have been hurt by the Seven and Vault in some really messed up ways. Butcher, the leader of the group, hates the Seven because Homelander, the leader of the Seven, R-worded his wife and got her pregnant. Huey, another member of the Boys, saw his girlfriend get killed right in front of him by a soup called A-Train, who recklessly ran through her with his super speed while high. Another Boys member, had his entire family killed by a soup named Soldier Boy. In the show, superheroes were made by the company Vault, a powerful company with infinite power and money. The way they make these superheroes is truly messed up though. Vault approaches families who just had a baby and offers them a one-in-a-lifetime opportunity, if you can call it that. They offer these parents the chance of turning their regular baby into a powerful superhero, giving them the chance of one day being a member of the Seven. If the parents agree, then Vault takes their child and injects them with a substance they call V.
This show probably on some sick shit, bro. Like, who watches this and think like, bro, this niggas I probably watch this. drinks beer. Now I ain't gonna lie, I like a Rick and Morty and shit like that was good for when it was. But y'all telling me Rick and Morty ain't get weak after them last seasons? They start doing all that fruity shit and they start introducing it more and more and more. They'd be like, damn, they ruined Rick and Morty too. I noticed they did this shit when I was watching Futurama. Like I went back and watched a few shows like that was like placing a lot of gems. Futurama was dropping straight gems. Then all of a sudden, like season 5 or 4, one of them, it just goes straight brain rot bullshit, lacking context, just low fruit. Then Family Guy, they did it. They even did it with SpongeBob. People say they've been pushing agendas of SpongeBob, but nigga, SpongeBob used to have real life lessons and shit. It was different, bro. It was like, you know what I'm saying? It was different, bro. But SpongeBob used to hit, bro. But when you see shows like this shit, bro, I ain't even gonna say too much. I don't know why I'm yapping. I'm only 2 minutes in.
Which is what turns people into superheroes. Vault realized that injecting adults with V often resulted in a negative outcome. But if they gave V to children, their bodies accepted it better, leading to some children successfully becoming soups. At the beginning of the show, this is unknown to the public,
Suits
but thanks to the boys, it eventually gets exposed.
Soup.
Now, while superheroes are traditionally seen as good across all media, in the boys,
that's what I
not the
wanted to
case.
say. This is basically what would happen if an average human gets superpowers. Probably we made a show like this is the reality of where a motherfucker will go. Like a nigga high as hell and he phased through a human, and cause he running fast, like that's probably some shit that'll happen. Like realistically, it ain't gonna be Project X and I'm here for the greater good and I'm doing this and that. Nah, it's gonna be a few flukies. I mean, it ain't gonna be like the superhero movies. It's gonna be more like on some this shit. Or like on some X-Men, like.
At all, as the superheroes are closer to ego-driven psychopath celebrities who do everything and anything to uphold their public image. The so-called heroes don't actually save people. For the most part, they just pretend to for the public. Most of the time, they end up killing a bunch of innocent civilians and doing other much more disturbing things. The main antagonist in the show is a superhero named Homelander. Homelander, the leader of the Seven, is supposed to be a parody of Superman. He is considered the strongest supe of all and is feared by everyone. The only problem is, Homelander is nothing short of a full-on psychopath. He is known for destroying anyone who doesn't agree with him or questions his authority. Whenever he does attempt to save people, he usually does more harm than good. For example, there's a scene where a plane was hijacked by a terrorist group. Homelander flies up to the plane with another supe called Queen Maeve. When he gets inside the plane, he enters the cockpit and instantly takes out the terrorists with his laser blast. But at the same time, he destroys the plane's controls. Because of this, the plane can't be piloted and it starts to fall rapidly. When Homelander realizes what he did, he decides he's going to leave the plane and not save any of the passengers. When Maeve begged him to at least save a little girl and her mother who were on board, Homelander refuses and tells her he's not going to save anyone because they would tell everyone that he left the rest of the passengers to die, which would make him look bad.
No, what? So they can tell the world that we left the rest of them to die?
So Homelander flies off the plane with Maeve and leaves all the passengers falling to their demise. After the crash, Homelander appears on the news telling the reporters that he wasn't able to get to the plane in time, and by the time he got there, it had already crashed.
Said they didn't have to die. We arrived 3 minutes after the plane went down.
This by far is one of the greatest examples of who Homelander is. He is not concerned with actually being a hero, just looking like one for the cameras. Because of his immense power, he goes unchecked for any of the evil, cruel things he does throughout the show. Eventually, we do find out why Homelander is so brutally cold-hearted, and it turns out it's all because of Vault. Homelander was one of the only superheroes who was essentially the child of Vault. The company paid an employee to be the surrogate mother of Homelander. They used another supe named Soldier Boy as the donor and impregnated the woman with his baby. Eventually, when Homelander was born, he ended up killing his surrogate mother while giving birth, lasering her from the inside. Because he was essentially a child of the company, he wasn't raised by traditional parents. Instead, he was raised by a group of scientists.
Crazy? I was just watching Maverick Approach and they were saying like a lot of them politicians and all them people, the reason why they be so like botted and roboted and afflicted and just don't be seeming like real people, or they move on a whole, it's either they family tied or they was born into it or trafficked into it, say it like that. You know what I'm saying? Folks go missing, kids go missing. You raise them to work in your government. That's why you can't really apply to work for the government. You can, but I'm gonna be why do you think niggas like Charlie Kirk get dip? But it's politicians that have been yapping for years and then nothing never happened to him. Cause the reason why Kirk gonna question shit, cause he's not a sanctioned person. But when you got somebody like Erica Kirk and their whole family ties to government, it's like, she's sanctioned. Even if she's not a direct politician or whatever she is, right? The guys at MIT and shit. It's a lot going on the realm, and it makes me want to pay for more of these subscriptions just to watch a little bit. But it's like every time I try to pay for some shit and then go watch and see if they releasing codes, I don't see no codes. Like, I finally subscribed to Netflix again, and it's no codes on that bitch. And I was supposed to unsubscribe because of the Diddy document. That's the only reason why I got it. And I'm like, damn, they got me. But when I seen, nigga, they charged me again, so I'm like, I might as well try to see if I can find something on this bitch. And I was looking yesterday, I got the $8 one. There's nothing on that bitch. It's nothing. You gotta pay $16, $20 or something. I'm not doing that. But yeah, bro. I mean, this movie looks. I mean, this show looks like corny as hell, bro. You know what I'm saying?
In a lab who treated him like a circus freak, using him for experiments, and basically the first thing they make extremely obvious is that these so-called superheroes are actually an analogy for celebrities and political leaders. There is a pretty clear comparison between the superheroes and big celebrities. For example, in the show, the superheroes hyper-focus on their public image and their approval points, with the supes having teams of handlers who tell them what to say and what to do. Just like celebrities have handlers who construct their entire public image to make sure they stay on brand. In the show, the heroes are more focused on making money than actually saving people. The supes also actually star in superhero movies that are used to craft their hero story, making the supes actors instead of actual superheroes. They use these heroes to sell products, sell movies, and to push political campaigns. The Boys also tries to show the undesirable side of celebrities, how in front of the cameras, they have a well-crafted good guy image, but when the cameras are off, they become the monsters they truly are, doing things they would never want their fans to see. It also shows the toxic celebrity and fan dynamic, how celebrities act like good, caring people who love their fans in public, but the moment the cameras are off, they treat their fans like peasants whom they use to fuel their lives. In the show, Homelander refers to regular people as toys and worthless, only there for his amusement, while comparing himself to a god.
They're only humans, and toys for our amusement, that's right.
Another interesting thing they show is how these celebrities are actually created by corporations and are not organically made. In the show, the supes are made in a lab. They are groomed from childhood to become heroes when they grow up. At the end of it all, they're just a product made by the mega corporation Vault, just like we see with the biggest celebrities, who themselves are made, groomed, and controlled by the Hollywood machine, showing that these celebrities are closer to hand puppets than people. It is also an analogy for child stars, how many parents choose to sell their children to Hollywood so they can be stars and make money. Another thing this show does a great job of showing is how celebrities get away with all the horrible things they do. For example, in The Boys, every time they hurt civilians or cause the demise of an innocent person, the media runs a story that makes the heroes look innocent. Just like we saw earlier from the Homelander scene, when he left an entire plane of people to die. But the media reported it like he wasn't able to get to them on time. Another example of this PR media manipulation is how they stage their hero saves for the public. There is one scene where Homelander's son rehearses a superhero save where he has to stop a bank robber. They use actors and try to make it look as real as possible, rehearsing and practicing the save for days. When they actually went to enact this save in real life, Homelander's son ends up accidentally killing the bank robber, who is just an innocent actor. But the media then spun the story to make it look like he stopped a violent criminal. This is a great reference to how celebrities use the media and PR companies to cover up all their wrongdoings, all in order to protect their public image and persona, so they can keep selling lies to the public. You know one thing,
bro? White folks raise their kids with no shame, bro. Like you know how not all white folks, cause I grew up with a white partner, and his mom, man, she ain't play no games. You feel me? But oh, it's okay, Johnny. All of them. Oh yeah, Johnny, it's okay to have an outburst and say You don't like niggers at 8 years old? Yeah, we're just gonna enable it. That was one of them. I'm gonna like they ride for their people, bro. I wish we was like that. Black folks, we be like we try to we be at war. Not we, cause I ain't gonna say we, but my parents, nigga, they was cool. My parents was cool. I can't lie. But it was sometimes I'd be like, damn, bro, you can't be a human around these people. Like, I remember my mom used to get mad that I used to sneeze. Pops used to get mad at certain shit. I'd be like, yo, nigga, I can't be human. You can't be human growing up black. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's that black shit. We ain't black. That nigga just pushed the nigga to the wall. He like, it's okay. It's okay, Johnny. No, the fuck it's not. Johnny needs to go to jail. He just dip somebody, bruh. But yeah, I just want to get to that part where they was talking about the politics and all that. But if y'all rock with that video, hit the like. If I yap too much, it's alright. You know, I'm in a yapping mood right now.